Okay, okay. Yeah. Alright. A sunny day. A sunshine. Yeah. All I see are bright skies, walking on sunshine. All my troubles melt away. Yeah. It's perfect weather, it can't get better. It's just another sunny day. Rolling with the top down, California dreaming now. Cruising down the 101. Everybody knows it's time to let go and have fun in the sun.
Hey guys, hey gals, hey everybody. Super K, Camp Cafe here, and Oakley. Oakley's super excited because this video we're going to be talking about college and my college experience, what college is going to look like in August. You know, Oakley's super excited because Oakley was actually my dorm dog. She lived in the dorms with me. But if we're going to talk about college, I might as well get in the college spirit. That's better. Chico State, my alma mater. So today, like I said, we're going to talk about college experiences, my college experience, a little bit about Oakley, what having a dorm dog was like, and basically what college is going to look like for freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors come August. So let's go. So, starting off with my college experience, I went to Chico State. Chico is a really small little town north of Sacramento in California. I did not want to go to Chico. It was the local school by me, and then I toured it and I quickly fell in love. Of all the campuses I went to, was the first campus that really sat in the middle of the downtown area, that you could walk off campus and you're in the middle of shops and just this culture that I didn't really experience with any other campus. I loved it, and so I chose Chico. If you're contemplating choosing a campus and you're going to California and they have your major, or going to a school in California, definitely hit up Chico. I know that schools probably have already, you've already accepted where you're going to go if you are going to be a freshman. But if you're not, and you're going in your senior year of high school, definitely check out Chico State. It's a great place to go. So starting out college, I thought I wanted to be a Spanish teacher. Just what made sense to me. And so started out Chico, and I did what everybody was telling me to do, is just get your Spanish done. You'll get out of there fast. And so I really dove straight into the major classes, which was a big mistake, because I did not want to be a Spanish teacher come my sophomore year. And so here I was with all these classes under my belt that were completely not counting for anything. Language does count for some of your GE. I'm not a college advisor. This is just a little bit of my tips. And so I was like, oh my gosh, this is a disaster. And so I had only taken really 3 GE classes. So I went back, started taking GE classes. I was like, what can I do? At this time, I was also in the process of becoming an RA. And I'm going to make another video about my experience as an RA and how I basically graduated my undergrad with no debt. And that experience was literally one of the best experiences of my life, living in the dorms, and that I highly recommend if you're going to be moving onto a campus to try and live in, which leads me to a little segue into what college is going to look like a little bit later in the video. But anyways, highly recommend getting your GE done. This is your time to really explore your options. Take your psych classes, take your philosophy classes, take your classes that you're like, I don't think I'm gonna work with kids, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I ended up switching to child development. Got literally every class done except for 2. Realized that I did not want to work in a preschool, which was part of the child development requirement at our school. So I was, again, this was my fourth year, switching majors. So if I had taken the time and done psych classes beforehand, I would have known that psych was something that I really liked. And so I ended up switching again to a behavioral sciences major. And the best way that we figured out what to do was to combine child development with psychology. And I was lucky I got out of college in 5 years with no loans, right? That was the biggest thing, was I had no loans. I got to live basically free, not really free. I had to work for my way through college, but I was an RA, living on campus for 5 years, basically paying my rent through work, which was great. So again, my college experience with that was great. Chico State, it has some of the best professors that I've ever met. I'm in my master's program right now, and I love my professors. They're great. Small class sizes in my master's, but there's something about the professors that I've had in my undergrad. I'm still in contact with a lot of them. There is a difference between going to a smaller CSU like Chico State, where the class sizes are smaller, you're able to connect. Now, if you make an effort, you're able to connect. There was courses that I was really passionate about, and I was fortunate enough to make mentors with my lecturers, with my professors. So that's another tip that I'm going to give you, is make connections throughout your undergrad. Whether it's stopping by for office hours once, hanging back at the end of class and just going over a couple points with your professor, shooting an email of, hey, this was really confusing to me, can you help me out? Those connections are, if you're going for a master's degree, that you're going to need to reach out to a professor. I had that experience where, I had 5 or 6 professors that I had talked to extensively, that I'd stop by their office hours. I really worked hard in those classes, and I was able to get them to write letters of recommendation, and then I got accepted into my master's program. It's really all about putting the work in that you want to get out. So a lot of people, they just want the C's, get degrees, but now we're in a world where, where do you go from here, right? Really, really enjoyed Chico State. Don't just choose a college because it has your major. It's going to make your time there miserable. Again, I chose Chico because I loved the town. It was close to home, which helped a lot with my situation that I was going through, that my family was going through. But in the end, it was the town, it was the campus, the buildings, just the overall feel that I felt like, I didn't want to take a car my first, second, or third year living in Chico. And so being able to walk was huge. It was also, the campus diversity statement was really important to me. So really do your research when you're looking at the campus. I wanted to go to Sac State or Monterey State. CSU Monterey just sounds better to say that, but I went and toured the campuses, and it took us hours because there's so much room in between different classes, and it just wasn't what was right for me. This could be a video about me promoting Chico, which I would shamelessly do because I love Chico State. It was a place where I came to find myself. But really, this video just should serve as kind of do some research, figure out where you want to go. And it's leading me to my next point of college in August. If you're going to be an incoming freshman, you probably have a lot of questions, especially in the state of California, of, what am I going to do? Where am I going to live? Are classes going to be online? Does it make more sense for me to just stay at home? if you have the finances available and your school is allowing you, try and get into a dorm, try and become an RA. You end up saving a lot of money. But you have to do, again, what's right for your family. We're still in this situation that we're in. And so looking at what your school's offering, I know Chico is doing, currently what they have on their website is that they're offering half the bed spaces in the residence halls. Is it worth it to try and get an apartment to do online school, hoping that things open back in the spring semester? It's a great question of how far do I need to plan ahead? What are things going to look like? And I don't have the answer for that. But just kind of thinking ahead of eventually things will start opening back up, and preparing. And it's also about saving money though too. If you're going to stay home, you're going to save money by just doing the online classes, and that's your option, and that's what you got to do to keep your family safe. Do that. If you are thinking long term, I'm just going to go there, get a job, go wherever and get a job, so that when school starts up and we open back up, I can just go straight into having my life set up there. Then that's what you've got to do. It's all about figuring out what campus fits for you, what campus culture and what that means for you, figuring out your major, and then running with it. Most important thing, be open when you're at school for new experiences. My freshman year, I didn't go out, I didn't party, I didn't drink. Actually, all throughout college, because after that I was an RA, and that was what worked for me. I enjoyed that, and I really worked hard to graduate Chico and to graduate from my undergrad with no loans. But meet new people, be open to new opportunities. I had never had a job before becoming an RA, and that was something that, I, in college, was able to add 5 years of work experience. Met new people, met really cool people, opened my viewpoints, and made a huge lasting experience for me. I got Oakley as a ESA, and I did that, the right way, going, I had a diagnosable thing that I could have her there with me. Don't recommend having a dog in the dorms. I did that because that's what my therapist recommended. She was the dorm dog, so I had that experience too. That was really cool. And Oakley's, as always, I say Oakley's super cute. But yeah, college is really about learning the skills for your job and your career. Hopefully you get a career after college, but it's also about learning who you are. I know this was supposed to be a really fun video. For me, talking about college is really fun. But in all actuality, there's a lot changing in the near future. And if you're going to school, it's probably a really scary time for you. And so if I can offer any just advice, it's just do your research, know what's going on within the county that you're applying to, and what your school is recommending. And if you can even live on campus, if you need to get an apartment, those things are there too. So yeah, get your GE done, make friends, stay safe, don't do stupid stuff. Don't do stupid decisions that are going to get you kicked out of college. That was the big thing I saw as an RA. And again, we'll talk about that in another video. But, college, just have fun, be safe. When school start up, I think schools start in August 22nd if you're in the CSU system. Don't quote me. But it's a fun time. And I hope if you're a parent and you're trying to get your kid prepared for college, that you remember that this is a time for them to grow and become who they're meant to be. And if you're a student, remember that your parents, they've had you at home your whole life. Your parents are caregivers or whoever you live with, and give them some grace. Remember to call your parents. my mom called the dorm and basically harassed them because I wasn't answering my phone. Don't pull a cam. Stay in touch with your family. Let them know you're safe. But also spend time to get to know yourself, get to know the people around you, and make connections. I hope you all really enjoyed this video. It was fun for me just to talk about my college experience, because it was probably one of the highlights of my life. I came into who I was and figured out a lot about myself. I'm going to end the video here. I know I didn't film a workout video this week. There's just been a lot going on. But I will see you all soon, and I hope you have a great day. See ya.